patient, but now we take it. Anytime we want in this game, my situation is entertainment intertwined with information. Alchemist soul, how we move the tassel and roll. It's amazing how we can turn something brass to gold. And we steady making hits. Architect with the prop in the scripts. It's logical that the product will flip. My boy Chef did the lineup. I'm fresh in the bitch. Carnivorous podcast, the newest show on the list. DQ on the boat, so I'm rocking the ship. Swat the music gon' be dope and the artist legit. Hold my beard, concrete cord, then stepped in the door. See, that's my man and he reppin' for show. And true saviors a player with flavor. Lexicon Taylor, lines on point like a laser. We need that paper, we building the vault. Cause you niggas don't listen, y'all be waiting to talk. Lack accountability and try to make it our fault. But opposing us is trying to arm wrestle the hawk. You coming up short on your re-up, cause nigga we up. Really wouldn't want to be up. I kick my feet up, my beef is wagyu and my trunk is all speakers. Bills is all blue and my blunt is all reefer. With possible deniability, that boy eater. High quality whack juice by the liter. They like to call us ops, we got Oppenheimer features. That's the bomb out on the island just to teach you.
Gotta hit it like tap it in the zone. Share it with the world, make the vibe known. Subscribe to the beat, feel it in your phone. Catch the waves we throw, you ain't alone. Like, share, and subscribe. Keep the rhythm alive, we thrive. Hop on this digital ride. Let's multiply the vibe worldwide. What's up? Just let me know I can be heard. Let me get all this stuff off. Turn that off. How y'all doing today? Hope everyone is well. Got my notes over here. Should always have notes so you don't forget anything. Hold on, let me check the audio over here. Then we'll get my face off the screen. All right. Looks like it sounds good over here. Let me get my presentations ready. Hope everyone is doing well. We just had a 9/11 remembrance. We lost a few
African American icons recently. We had the presidential debate. A lot going on. A lot going on. Let me get my PDF up here. And before I forget, not only like, share, and subscribe if you want to, but definitely hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when I go live. All right. Hope that's not too blurry. Let me see. If that's too blurry, I'll just open it up on the as a window. Let me see. Yeah, that's too blurry. Let me get that out of there. But other than that, matter of fact, let me show y'all this before people come in here and we actually get started. But today we're going to have fun. We learned some informational things the last few episodes, which is important to understand how these tools work. But today we can actually have some fun and hopefully they'll be useful to everyone. So let me, but until we get to that, let me show y'all some stuff. Wherever you live, let me get this off the screen. They may have these. These are little books. It's called Images of America. That's the city I live in, Newburgh. So they may have that where you live, right? And what it is, it's basically a little small history of your town or city. Most larger cities have these, but if you live in a smaller city or town, see if they have these. And the company is Images of America. And they actually have two for my little city. So if my little city has two, I'm sure your city's a little bit bigger. You got a nice one. Another one that was a gift, actually. Let me back up. There you go. They have Monopoly games for your little city or town or big city. I don't know. Some people think their town or city may be too small for things like this. They're not, but they make good gifts for family members who are away. That's how I bought one for some people who don't live here anymore, but they're cool. They're like little Monopoly games, and they have different parts of your own town. Like that's the park around the corner from where I live, Delano Hitch. Let me move this over. Montgomery Street. That's down there by Washington headquarters. Hudson River. There we go. Hudson River right there. So all of the little properties, and I guess my arm is not 100%, y'all. So work with me. They have them all around the board. Oh, wrong side. Over here. There you go. All of that, right? It would just be your local properties. I guess landmarks around where you live, places like that. So let's go and find my, because I closed the screen. So let's open that back up. And it's a list of what we're going to go over today, which is custom GPTs. Where is it at? All right. Let me open that screen up. I know I flew through the intro, but again, I hope everyone is doing good. There we go. No, that's not it. Work with me. That's my chart. I don't want my chart. I want this one. Hold on, y'all. 1 second. Just getting my list of things to do up here. All right. We're going to have to look at it as a Word document. There we go. All right. I hope that's a little clear. But pretty much today, we're going to go over custom GPTs, what they are. We'll look at some that are already out, that are created by larger companies and even regular small timers like us, regular folk, right? And maybe we'll start to make one. If I get some good ideas from the chat, maybe we'll go in and make one or show people the process so they can utilize them in their personal life, even in their professional life. As with any technology, privacy and security. Privacy and security. Be careful what you download. Careful what you click on. Speaking on what you're going to click on, I have a chart. I put the link in the description. It's basically a simple comparison chart between chatbot, custom GPTs, and Google, right? So, and best use cases, not best use, but normal use cases for each one. So that should be helpful for people trying to know which one should they go to first. Should I go to Google? Should I just go on ChatGPT, or should I look for a custom GPT to help me out with whatever I'm trying to do, right? So I have a chart. The link is going to be in the description, but you'll see the chart later. But back to the security, privacy. Be careful of what you upload, your personal information, using these chatbots or any website, unless it's a legit website and you're supposed to put your information in there. But things like chatbots are for general use. So if you need it to help you with something that may be personal, don't put the actual detailed information in there, like where you live, your full name, your address, where you work, things like that. So kind of mask it so your personal information is in there. So be careful what you upload, right? Or what you input, and be careful what you click on to download. My link is safe. It's just a Google, it's a link to a Google document. But again, privacy and security, right? Keep that in mind. So custom GPTs. Where's my screen at? Yep, the boring stuff. We're gonna go over this stuff so we understand what it is, how they work. You know, it's just a page and a half. We ain't gonna, and we actually have links for some articles that we'll look at. But the main thing is to have fun, right? So we're gonna have fun. We're gonna understand. We're gonna learn some stuff. I'm gonna learn. You're gonna learn. We're gonna learn together, right? How these things work and how to use them. Custom GPTs, and I'm not gonna read this verbatim, so I'm just gonna skip through it. Offer several benefits that make them powerful tools for individuals and businesses. This is that part I was saying. If you're at work, if you're at work or you're going to use it for work related information, be careful what you input. You don't want to put in the exact information of your workplace or your employer or things like that, because this is going into a public database. So be careful with the information you put in. So kind of change some things so it's not as easily recognizable as a specific business, person, or place. You can personalize them and use them for specialized tasks, information, or duty, right? That's the point of a custom GPT. Duh, right? Custom. Most people use Chat GPT in general, and they get general answers, and you'd have to be really creative in your prompt or your question asking to get more specific information. Custom GPTs allow you to circumvent that process because it's already set up to give you the information, or to look at information that you provided it, or even look at that information in a certain manner, in a certain way, and respond to you in a certain way. So personalization and specialization. Task specific and functionality. These things are handy at work or any task that you have to do that's repetitive, that you don't want to do, time consuming. You can set it up for things like that. Task specific, industry specific knowledge. These are more enterprise based, business based. Even if you have a small business, you can use it for industry specific knowledge or whatever industry or business you're in. But at the same time, be careful what you upload. And we'll talk about some of that later too. How can I use it and not have my information in a general database somewhere? That's a different paid platform that you could pay for, and they will have your information segregated and it would be private, but you got to pay for that. Improved efficiency in its response to whatever your information you're trying to retrieve. It's better, it's more efficient because it's customized again to your prompt. Time saving. You don't have to keep rewriting the prompt and digging in a little further and try it a different way, try it that way. Let's look for this, let's look for that. No, it's going to save you time because it's customized. Automation. They can handle complex multi-step processes. That is an instruction that normally you would have to give it. If it's based in the custom description and instructions, it will automatically do that. So you don't have to instruct it every time to do that. Easier to use. No coding. You don't have to know how to code. You could literally learn how to code using a custom GPT and its instructions and the information you provide to it that makes it custom. What makes it custom also is the information, not just how you give it instructions on to how to respond to you or how to query certain information. You can upload information too. I think we touched on that on a previous episode. But you can upload specific reference material, PDFs, documents, things like that. I don't know if you can do images, but definitely PDFs with information it's going to use for reference. Let's see, versatility, enhanced capabilities. They go beyond basic prompts, which is pretty much what I bet you 90% of people are doing. They're getting better at it, but they're still basic prompts, because on the other side of your prompt or the question you ask it or the information you're trying to retrieve is that huge database of information. I don't care how good your prompt is, it's still going to go through that huge database of information and try to give you the best probability. I'm going to explain that too, for your prompt or your query, right? That's where the chart comes in. We'll look at that later. And you'll understand what I mean by probability. And the last two episodes and this episode, I'm gonna say it again. It's a conversational tool. It's not a link finder. It's built to conversate with an user and provide information in that manner, in a conversation manner. And it gives you the probable. How it works is it'll start off each word in your prompt and it looks for the next word that's highly probable for what you're asking it. I'll say that again. If you type in 10 words as your question, it's going to go through each one of them. And by the time it gets to the end of that question, it's giving you the most probable answer for that specific question. And that's where it goes through all of that general information that is trained on. Another tidbit of information: training. Training means it's a fixed amount of data. That's why they have to retrain them and they come up with new models every few months or whatever, right? When it's trained on a certain, I guess, bucket of data, that's it. They don't add to that as you use it. It's trained on that data. Most people found out some of them are trained up to a certain date, May of this year, December of last year. That's because they're not going to add new data to that training bucket of information. They have to retrain a whole new model to come up with a new version. I think we're on 4.0 in ChatGPT. Sometimes they train it on less information. Sometimes they train it on more information. So that's the difference between Google, that gets updated probably by the second as people add information to the internet. It's going to be available in Google almost instantaneously, not in a Chat GPT. They're trained on a specific group of data. That's it. So that may be why, or that's actually why it doesn't have the most up-to-date information, because it's already trained on data and that's it. Any new data is a new model. So keep that in mind. Where are we at? Additional reference. You can add examples. That's part of you training your custom GPT. Or knowledge bases. That's what I was speaking about before. You can upload knowledge bases. I believe 10 uploads is it. We'll look at some and we'll look in the back of them to see how they function. But I believe you can only upload 10 pieces of information, PDF, books, or whatever. You can only upload 10. Knowledge base, interactive. You can train it not only to respond, in your custom GPT, and I think you can do this in a regular GPT. You can let it know right off the bat. Look, ask me clarifying questions often. Just don't take my prompt and then try to give me an answer. Make sure it's that you have enough information to search for that uh answer and that information. So that's a way to customize your GPT, is to have it ask you questions often throughout your use of it. And that what ensures accuracy in complex tasks. Actions, integrations, API request. We'll look at that when we look at custom GPTs that are already made by bigger companies. API request is basically, and this stuff, these words, I'm trying to make them more normalized. So when people hear or see them, even if you don't remember the word, you see that action, you'll know what it is. It's basically one application, ChatGPT, trying to talk to another application like Canva. Canva, you make all your images and things. So that's all it does. It makes a request. Hey, this Chat GPT asks Canva, can I have access to your application? So we'll look at custom GPTs, like I said, by businesses. That's what they use. They use an API request to go from Chat GPT to that website or that application. That's necessary for them to communicate. And that's how they have the upper hand on us regular guys, right? So Canva or Tesla or any of those companies can link their website or their applications or anything that they produce to Chat GPT through what these are called API requests, which is basically a request for two applications to talk to each other. What else we got? Some examples: content calendar planning. This means, now keep in mind, because it's custom, if it's trained for content calendar planning, the responses it gives you are going to be based on that. You shouldn't have to drill down through a bunch of prompt and trial and error to have it give you something meaningful and useful, right? That's the purpose. And you can make as many custom GPTs as you want. You can make one for each of these: calendar, social media generation, email campaign, SEO, content, customer journey mapping. You can make 10 GPTs, right? We're going to look at some and you'll see how that's possible and how that's useful. I'm almost to the point where if I'm going to start on a project, I go make a custom GPT. I get my data, my information. I don't go to Chat GPT. I don't even go to Google. I go to Google maybe to get the information, the PDFs, things I'm going to upload to my knowledge base. I get all that information ahead of time. And I go create a custom GPT. They can be edited after you create it. If you forgot something, maybe in the instructions, like you forgot to tell it, ask a question every 3 prompts, or always ask me questions to make sure that we're on the same page. You can go back and add that instruction. So this is all, I'm just giving you language now. We're going to actually go look at it in a little while. Collaboration. When you make a custom GPT, you can share it by link. That means whoever has the link. You can put it in a GPT store, like the Play Store or the App Store, Apple, whatever, and other people can use it, or you can have it just for yourself. But remember, even if you create it for yourself and you upload personal or proprietary information, for your company, it's still in a database. That doesn't necessarily mean other people can use your GPT because you only have it for yourself, but that information is going into a database. So even though you create the one that's for yourself or personal use, still don't upload your information. If you're going to use it for business, pay for the other platform where it's your privacy is more protected. What else we got? Community building. So they're doing a lot of construction around my city. There's a lot of new people moving in. We got new city council members, things like that. Me as a citizen, if there's an initiative that I would like done or worked on or looked at and collaborated on by other people in the community, I can make a custom GPT. I can upload the pertinent information, and we'll look at that later, and share that link with just certain members in the community. So now when they're doing their work, they don't have to create one. They'll be like, okay, he has one that, looks at whatever, taxes and things like that, whatever. They don't have, they can, I can share it with more than one person. I can keep that within our little group. They can create one and share it with me also. Let's see. Just what I said publicly. Yeah, they're talking about you can earn money. Ain't nobody got to that yet, as far as I know, or they're not really talking. If you put it in the public space and people download it, or not download it, but people use it, and you can see if people use it, how much. I think if you get past a certain many uses, you maybe have an option of them, with some sort of payout. I haven't heard anything lately. Expertise sharing, educators, coaches, domain experts, anybody that's in the websites. Let's see. The effectiveness can vary depending on the quality of instructions and knowledge provided. When you're doing your research for material to upload, if you're going to upload information to your custom GPT, I should be looking at the chat. I'm sorry, I'm reading this. So if y'all are in the chat, I'm bugging. I'm going back to school, Brass. He said his brain hurts. Yeah, well, this is the boring nerdy stuff. It's just reading the PDF. But when we actually go in and look at the GPTs, I think people will understand more and have fun. But we got to get through this part, because whether you think you will remember it, you will. Some of these things come across different people different ways. They'll remember certain parts of it. So I'm just going over some general stuff. Effectiveness can vary depending on quality of instructions. Remember, if you're going to take the time to create a custom GPT, you should put in a little effort in your instructions and your knowledge base that you're going to upload, right? Take some time, not a lot of time, but take some time, because when you're done with the GPT, you can be done. You don't have to keep going back unless you want to, or unless you forget something, but you want to do it right the first time. Put as much information and instructions in there as you can. How do I get quality instructions? You can use regular Chat GPT or Google Gemini or Claude or Perplexity. Where can I get material to upload? Perplexity. Any PDFs. If you have a what's the word? A paid subscription somewhere like Scribd or any of these websites that has papers in them. If you're into like science papers or things like that, you get a PDF, you can download it. Any place that you have a subscription to that provides the information that you use for your specific lane of business or personal use, right? So that's where you would get that information from, for your database, for your knowledge base. Your instructions, you can ask this GPT or another GPT to help you with the instructions. I'll show you that later when we go through it. All right, let's look at some links. Let me know if that popped up. Yeah, we're not going to read all of that. We're going to do that one. I'm trying to find one that may be helpful. Let's see. Let me share my screen. I'll be right back. Present. Share screen window. Here we go. All right. This article pretty much, let me open up so I can read it. Explains custom GPTs. Maybe I'll put this document in the description after the show. Someone wants to download it, right? And just have all of these links at their disposal. But basically, it's just an article about custom GPTs. I'm trying to find a part in here I read. Continue. Personas. That was another addition you can that people often use to get better responses, even from a regular standard GPT. You can start off by telling your regular GPT, not only your custom GPT, to act in a certain persona. You are an expert. I think a lot of people know that, but a lot of people don't. They don't realize that till 10 prompts in. You are a specialist. You have this amount of experience. This is your field of specialty. You are a college level. You are a elementary level teacher, and explain it to me this way. So you can give it a persona. That's something that a lot of people forget about. So you can create a custom GPT based on just a persona. It's schools back open. A lot of people have younger kids in school, middle school, high school kids. They're pretty much doing their own thing. But if you have middle school kids or younger kids, their assignments and their work, if you want to help them more with it, you can screenshot some of their work, again, without their name, without the school, that personal information we want to be careful of, and ask it to give you some tutor like questions, answers, setup, practices, exercises. That's good for a child your age with their background. So you can make a custom GPT with a persona of a teacher that's dealing with a fifth grader that's having trouble with math and blah, 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 blah. You can add all of that instruction. As far as the knowledge base, you can go get PDFs or articles on dealing with kids with math issues, or dealing with 5-year-olds or 8-year-olds. That can be uploaded to the knowledge base. So not only do you have a custom persona in the way it's going to execute dealing with you, it also has a knowledge base to refer to that's pretty much, say, standard practice, industry practices, accepted practices. Why should you care? We went over that. Save time, improve accuracy, boost efficiency. If they're not going to help you out to do things better, more accurately, and in less time, they're a waste of your time. They're a waste. If it's taking you longer and you're getting bullshit answers, and it's just not an efficient process that you're finding, then they're not helpful. Don't waste time on things that are not helpful, trying to make them, bend in a certain direction that they're not built to, right? That's where a little comparison chart will come in later. Let's see. All right, so that was just on personas and how to build them. We're definitely not going to do that, right? So what we're going to do is go to ChatGPT itself. Actually, no, we're going to pull up our chart because I want people to see some of the differences, right? Let me find my chart. Here we go. Let's see. All right, here's a basic chart. I made it in ChatGPT with a regular GPT, not a custom one. I could have made a custom one, but it's unnecessary, right? Let me find my chart so I can read along. Along here. All right. Where's my chart? I'm sorry, y'all. Let me find my chart. I'll close some of these windows. All right. Basically, this is a chart. My prompt in ChatGPT was create a chart that compares chatbot, ChatGPT, Perplexity, Gemini, Copilot, with a custom GPT, which we'll create in ChatGPT, and a regular search engine like Google. The difference we all should understand when we're using these, what their capabilities are and their specialties are and what they're useful for. So we're not using them the wrong way, right? And expecting an answer or some help that we're just not going to get that's useful. Remember, if they're not efficient, right, or useful, that it's not helpful to you. Chatbot, a program that uses predefined rules to answer queries or automated tasks. Google search engine, it indexes the web and retrieves web pages based on what you ask it. That's completely different. It is nowhere near Google. Can we understand that and keep that in mind? Google scrapes the web and looks for pages, provides you with links, what? Images, books, that little tab at the top of Google search. It provides you with all that information that it scrapes from the web. Sometimes in no particular order, or sometimes in an order that's paid to get you that result. People pay to get their information higher up in Google search, right? That's not how chatbots work. Chatbots have predefined rules and already set up information. That's it, right? Let's see, let's scroll down. Reason type. A chatbot lacks flexibility. Why? Because it's predefined. Google provides links to content from from the web with short summaries. Again, one is scraping the web, one is going into its bucket of information that it has. Nothing's getting added to that bucket. Google, anytime something hits the internet, it gets added to Google. How to interact. What's best for interaction, right? And I didn't do custom. I'm just doing the differences between chatbots and Google. Interactive, limited, best for structured queries, structured prompts, structured questions. Google is limited to retrieving pre-existing content. Low, it's not very interactive. It doesn't have that conversational setup and interaction that a chatbot does. So one is retrieves, scrapes the web, retrieves information and the most up-to-date information, Google, but it's not interactive. The other is very interactive, but is limited in the amount of information it has access to. All right, let's see. Best use cases for a chatbot: customer service, frequently asked questions, and basic help. Google, best use cases: research, finding websites or documents, general fact finding. You're going to get more up-to-date facts, documents, and websites from Google. Now, the chatbot is in between both of them. Not the chatbot. The custom GPTs can be in between both, right? So you could take the information you find on Google that's not very conversational, put it into a custom GPT, which uses ChatGPT's, engine. That information becomes more usable, efficient, and conversational. That's a good use for a custom GPT. Gather information. It's going to deal with you and it's going to follow your instructions. You can't give Google search no damn instructions. You put something in there, it's going to scrape the web. Let's see. The knowledge source. Where does ChatGPT get its knowledge from? Pre-programmed data. That bucket of information I was saying. That bucket is full for each version that they come out with. Google, obviously the web. In real time, major difference. Google. Oh, the column all the way on the right is Google. By the way, I'm sorry. Can't see it from the top. And the column all the way on the left is ChatGPT. The column in the middle is the custom GPT. We're not really going to talk about that one yet. We're just showing the differences between Google, which is on the right, ChatGPT or chatbots on the left. Ease of use, chatbot. Simple to use for basic tasks. Google requires minimal effort to enter queries. Let's see. Benefits. Chatbot, quick answers to routine questions. Google search, access to broad range of information instantly. Google is going to give you the information. It's not going to help you understand it, process it, use it, anything. It's like, here, this is what I found on the web. Have fun. Carry your ass, right? But a chatbot, it's a little different. It's a conversational tool. So let me scroll back up here. The custom GPTs is where we're going to use both of those. We're going to use information from other websites and locations, and we're going to use the chatbot to help us use that information in the most efficient and useful manner. So let's just read some of the custom GPTs uses. Let's see. Response type, dynamic context aware responses. Context aware responses. The context, I'm sure, comes from your instructions. Highly interactive and adaptable to complex questions. That's different from ChatGPT and Google search. Adaptability high, can be fine-tuned based on the user input. Content creation, personalized interactions because of our instructions and the knowledge that we upload to it, the data that we put in there. Trained on large scale text data, can be customized. Obviously, it's called a custom GPT. Requires more technical expertise to set up and fine tune. Nope, that's what you got me for. I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna look out for you, right? Show you how to set it up. And the more you use them, obviously, the easier they get, right? Let's see. Can be updated with new data, but not automatically in real time. Because it's still a version of a chatbot, it's not going to search the web automatically. Like, you can't put in an instruction, hey, find the most up-to-date information. No, that's where Google search comes in, your regular Google search. But because it's a chatbot and it's trained on the information that you put in and the information it already has access to, it's not going to self-update. You can update the information that you put in there, but it's not going to automatically, that keyword, automatically in real time. It's not going to do that. Benefits, tailored interactions, complex problem solving. All of these things don't have to be used, and when we look at some of them, we will see everything ain't about, super complex issues, and we're not trying to build rocket ships over here. Or you may, it depends on what line of work you're in. Things like that. Everything is not super complex, but they may be helpful. All right, let's go to ChatGPT now. That's our chart. The link to this chart is in the show description, so y'all are welcome to click on it and download it. Maybe, hopefully it lets you. If it doesn't let you download, just write it in the chat and I'll go change the permissions. So now we're going to go to look at some custom GPTs, right? Let me remove this. All right. Window, here we go. Oh, I turned my camera off, my bad. All right. I believe you need the paid version of ChatGPT to use custom GPTs. How will you know? If you look on, make sure you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. Yeah, you are. All right. If you look in the left pane over here, you don't see the pane, this little button up here. First, I don't know if everyone has ChatGPT. Let me just open up. Well, actually, anyone can sign up for it. We're not going to go through it. I'm assuming everyone knows how to go to openai.com or Google it and sign up for ChatGPT. They have a free version. If not, write it in the chat. And later on, I'll just do a little 5-minute show on how to actually log in, sign up, and all of that for ChatGPT. If you open your ChatGPT in the left menu or sidebar is not open, that's this little icon up here. If you open that icon and you don't see this function, explore GPTs, you don't have it available to you. I believe it's only available for the paid version, right? So these are GPTs that I created and that I use. Yep, there's a lot of them. So if I have time and I'm working on something, whether it's for school or personal use or whatever, along with my general Google search, I will come in here and start a custom GPT. Whether I have all the information or not, I will come in here. It's part of the process now. I go search on Google or any archival website that has the information that I'm looking for, and I come in Chat GPT and I start a custom GPT. So when I'm using that information, I can use it in Chat GPT in a conversational manner, right? So this is what your screen should look. Well, you may not have this many opened up, but this is where they will be. When you create yours, it will end up over here. When you use someone else's and you like it, you can have it saved over here. So whenever you open up Chat GPT, your custom GPTs are over here, right? On the left. If I'm scrolling too fast, let me know. I don't want to give no one vertigo or something like that. All right. Explore GPTs, right? This is where you would create your GPT. This is where the ones you have created are. And this is where the ones that other people or companies have created. All right. Left pane, explore GPTs brings you to this page. Create my GPTs, everyone else's GPTs. We're going to look at some that are already here. Top picks. Let's look at trending. Image generator. Tells you who made it. This person has 6 million conversations. Mine's probably have 5. And all 5 of those conversations are me. Just me. Just me using it, right? But this is an image generator GPT. I don't know. Let's read what it does. Here's a description. A GPT specializes in generating and refining images with a mix of professional and friendly tone image generator. I'm not doing any images today, but you can go through his and look at it. Let's find something. Logo creator. Use me to generate professional logo designs and app icons. Actually, let's look at one that uses an API. Remember, an API is what? How 2 applications talk to each other. ChatGPT is talking to Canva. The API is how they talk to each other. Let's go find Canva. Everybody should know what Canva is, right? Canva has one. Where's Canva at? I don't see that would be under productivity. Oh, let's do images one. My bad. Let's try image. Trying to find the Canva one. Canva took out the do I have it over here? I think Canva took the GPT out. Hold on. That's not cool. I don't see Canva. Whatever. Let's go back to it. Scholar GPT. Enhance research with 200 million resources. So this is a person or a company that went through the process that we were talking about. The GPT has a name. It has an image throughout the creation process, right? It has a description. Research with 200 million resources and built-in critical reading skills. Now, I said you can only upload 10 pieces of information. So I'm assuming this is going to take you to another website because there's no way in hell you're going to upload 2 million pieces information in your custom GPT. We're just looking at other people. Let's just click on it. Let's just see what we got here. Keep in sidebar. That's where if you like this GPT, you would put it over here in your sidebar, right? So keep in sidebar. It might be over there already. Is it over there? Where's it at? I thought I had it over there. It's not over there. Oh, I have to start it. Start chat. Here's how you chat with whatever custom GPT you pull up. It should have the start chat button down. Let me get rid of this. Start chat button down here. So let's go. I'm going to use one of his test prompts in there. Nope. Research paper link. No, not doing that. No link. Let's go back. Did I keep him in the sidebar? There he is. Go here. So I'm going to do a new chat. New chat. I actually like this test questions. I don't have any scholarly material I'm trying to look up. I'll provide a research paper link, analyze it. No, we're not doing that. I don't want to use that one. Let's go back to explore. That's too nerdy. Oh, consensus. Let's look at consensus. Start chat. Ask the research. Chat directly with the world's. Ask the research. I don't even know what that. Ask the research. Chat directly with the world's scientific literature. Search references. Get simple explanations. Write articles backed on academic papers. We're going to use one of his text questions. Draft a blog on science-backed benefits of mindfulness. And we'll see if this link works. Let's see if Consensus is a website. And there's a reason I want to see if Consensus is a website, and I will tell you why. Yes, Consensus is a website. Let's see these links. Let's click on the link, see if the link works. Okay, the link works. All right. Here's the difference between a custom GPT that has a separate standing website database space for information. We'll just say website. Consensus has a website. So what they're able to do is take their custom GPT, use that API, and talk to their website. So when they're saying we have access, say, to all of this data, it's not the data that they uploaded to ChatGPT and their custom GPT. They have a way to start in ChatGPT, in the custom GPT, access their information from their website or database and bring that back into ChatGPT and it be useful to you. Most of us won't be doing that. So that's the difference between a company or a business, larger business, using their custom GPT and using ours. Ours, we're pretty much going to upload our own information. It's going to be accessed in that single custom GPT. It's not going to go outside of that and search the web. It's not going to go out and search the database unless you know how to set up an API, which that's a whole nother it's a whole nother 2 shows, which I don't even like do all of that. But basically, that's the difference between a large company or a business using their custom GPTs, right? Or large website and creating your own. They have access to their external information. You won't. I won't. You won't. So keep that in mind. That's going to be some of, I'm just teaching people some of the differences in between even custom GPTs. Well, how come theirs came up with a link and mine didn't? How come theirs can access the web and mine can't? How come they can do? That's why. It's a separate setup process to access external databases and everything, which most of us are not able to do easily anyway, right? I believe I have consensus over here. Where is my Egyptomaniacs? There's one in here. It's called Egyptian Expert. I think I made early on, peace to the pseudo killers, when I was talking to Unc early on about ChatGPT and all of that. We went through and we didn't do it together, but he gave me some ideas, and I said, well, I'll see if I can make one that may be useful for people with information. But it's called Egyptian Expert. What else we got over here? We're just looking at some that are already Veed. Veed is a video maker, right? Has its own website, has its own database and all of that. So we're going to ask it just to create a video, create an AI avatar. We're going to use its own pre-generated questions. All right. What's the primary message of you? Let's put help people. And don't laugh at my typing. Don't worry about it. We on it. ChatGPT knows I'm slow with it. So y'all gonna have to work with me. Hold on. Let me make sure I can see y'all in the chat. Oh, what happened? I think I lost you guys. All right. People learn custom GPTs. We're gonna watch how much time we have? Almost an hour. So the second hour we'll actually go in and try to make one ourselves, or just go through a process. Custom GPTs. We'll just see what it does. And just make it simple. We ain't gonna type on it. Make it simple. That's it. Just make one. I think it's waiting to go to the website. And that may be another issue. If these are accessing outside information on websites, you may have to wait because it has to go through the process of, that traffic back and forth across the internet. Make a simple video. Come on, video. Come on, Bead. Oh, it might be making one already. See this little stop button right here? I think it's making one. So we'll wait on that one. But pretty much what this particular custom GPT is going to do is going to access its outside website. Hopefully create the video and then bring it back in here for us. While it's doing that, we're trying to do that. But that's the difference between one will make and one companies and businesses use, right? I don't think this, is it doing it? Let me see, stop. All right, it didn't make a video. Whatever, Beat is whack now, y'all. Again, let's see if it'll make it again. Okay, there's a script. Okay. Build it, right? Conversational. We can talk to it like a person. You don't have to repeat everything. You can just talk to it. Build it. Like, stop playing. Let's go. All right. Here's one of them things I was saying, right? It's asking me, can it access the outside website? Right? Make sure you trust the website. That was that security thing we were talking about. Veed is a legit website. It's a legit company and video maker. So what it's going to do is use that API to talk to this website. So we're going to put allow just for now, right? You don't have to always allow, because you don't want it always running in the background. And here's what it does. It tells us our video is on Veed. They say if we want to download it, where's that? Click here to edit. It's going to take us there. Let's see. All right. It took us to the website. But then I have to log in, all that. We're not going to do all that, right? But that's what a custom GPT from a company would do. It would access their outside information. And pretty much if I wanted to edit it, let's see if it plays. Nope. Let me log in the V just to see what it did. Just to see what it did, right? All right, where the hell did it go? So let's go back to ChatGPT since they're finishing up the video, right? So long as we're realistic that our GPTs won't work like this, not right now, maybe in the future, but right now our GPTs are going to be based on information we upload that's going to stay inside it. That's finishing the video. All right. We'll take one and we'll look at the backside of it. There is a reparations movement going on, right? I made one for reparations. So anytime I want to conversate or do some research with reparations, these informational sites, right? But if I want to have conversations with that information that I retrieve from them sites, I created a reparations repository custom GPT. Let's see if our video is done first. Oh, here's the video it made for us. Just look. Let me see. It's probably whack, but all right, not bad. Whatever. And we went over not video editing, these screens, these setup screens, these editing screens, and a in a prior show. We won't do that today though. But all right. So that was a video created in Veed, which is a custom GPT, right? That accessed its outside database and website to create the video. All right. So let's go back to my reparations one because that's a big topic, right? Actually, no, let's look at this one. Ancestral echoes. This is one I made that whatever topic I put in here, it analyzes that discussion that I have with it and its impact on African Americans, no matter what the topic is. So let's go over here and look at the backside of it, right? The engine, what we put in, ancestral echoes. So to edit your GPT or create one, you go down here to explore. Explore, that's where you find yours. That's where you create one. That's where you find everyone else's. Explore. That's where you find create. Well, it's where you create, find yours, GPT. So mine are right here, my GPTs. Where's my ancestral echoes? I'm going to go down. This was something for school, legal and privacy issues and information security. So I could upload different documents and, you know, communicate with them to help me out in anything I had to write. All right. Ancestral echoes. Edit GPT. I created already, and I'm going to go in and edit it. Right. I'm just showing you the behind the scenes of that custom GPT. You wouldn't be able to see it because you only have access to the front facing part of the GPT as a user. Here's its name. There's 2 segments to a custom GPT when you're creating it. I can configure it all myself, fill in all of these spaces, right? Or I can go and have ChatGPT walk me through it. It's going to ask me questions. So configure is where all of the information is at. There's a description of the GPT. These are instructions. Well, where would I get instructions on how someone should deal with analyzing information's impact on African Americans? You would go to another GPT or ChatGPT and ask that question. What would be the best way to go about analyzing information's about the effect of whatever topic on African Americans? It's going to spit out a lot of stuff. You can read over it. If you agree with it, you can copy and paste it, or you can add to it or subtract from it. But that will be in your instructions, right? So a custom GPT is a few things. It's a name, it's an image, it's a description, right? On the right is it says preview right here, what it would look like. There are instructions. They can be simple or they can be complex. You can use a chat GPT to help you with them, or you can just, off the top of your head. Conversation starters. These are the basic generic questions that you see when you open a GPT, right? You can have your own conversation starter questions. Like if someone doesn't really understand what this particular custom GPT does, well, I get it. It kind of deals with analyzing, things that affect African Americans. You can put in questions to help them out, right? Or it's going to automatically generate some questions, but you can edit them. You can get rid of them, or you can edit them, right? You can add more. Upload files. So if I had documentation, which I don't know why I don't see it, but if I had a bunch of PDFs in a folder, right, I'll find another custom GPT where you can see the PDFs are uploaded, right? I would upload them here, right? This is where the database, that knowledge base we were talking about earlier, comes into play. The custom GPT that you create has an image, a name, a description, your particular instructions, help with people using it, or, to get them started, conversation starters on using it, and your knowledge base. Upload files. If you're going to use a knowledge base, and this is just an example without going into super detail, right? You want part of your instructions to be use my knowledge base, That's the point. It's a custom GPT for you or the public. You want it to act accordingly and use the knowledge base that you uploaded also, along with this access to the database that it already has access to, right? But these are just some of the instructions. I didn't write these instructions. I think I went to Google, Gemini, or Claude, another chatbot, and I asked it to help me with instructions on my custom GPT about analyzing information and how it affects African Americans. And it gave me a list. You can use 2 or 3 and combine all of the answers from each chatbot. Put them in another chatbot and say, condense, summarize this information, make it bullet points, whatever. And it's, here's my basic instructions though. My expertise, and this is the chatbot, I guess, talking in first person. My expertise lies in providing comprehensive and accurate information on African American history. So again, I didn't have to sit here and come up with this. I used another chatbot or even ChatGPT to help me with the instructions. This is where your uploaded files will be, your database. After you create one, we didn't go through the creation process. I'm just showing you the engine that works, one that I created. You have to update it. Depending on your internet, it may update automatically because you don't want to go through all of that work, right? And then not save it, right? So close that. Here's where, if it's for me, only me. No one else can see it. No one else can use it. Anyone with the link, can y'all see that on the screen? Make sure y'all can see that. I'm sorry. That goes back there. My bad, y'all. Green. I just want to make sure y'all can see what I see. Okay, you do. All right. So after I create my custom GPT, it can only be for me, anyone with the link, or I can put it in the store for the public. Mine's is in the store because who couldn't stand to know more about African American history and anything that affects us disproportionately, right? So this is the creation side of your custom GPT. Remember, 2 sides: configure, where you do a lot of the work yourself; create, where it will literally walk you through. It will ask you questions. These questions, what I do is put them in another chatbot. So this way, I'm not trying to sit here and think of everything. I don't do that. I'll take some of the questions and I'll put them in. Does your window change? Let me see if your window changes with mine. Yes. I'll put them in Google Gemini, right? A whole nother ass chatbot. And then I'll put them responses right here. So that process helps you move it along quicker and get your custom GPT going. So let's get out of there. Not here, right? So again, these are your custom ones that you keep or reuse, ones that you created. Let's do this one. My daughter does Nigerian art NFT curation. Yeah, that's a lot. Nigerian NFT art. She's a curator. It's a lot, but she wanted something to help her. I think I mentioned this on a few episodes ago or whatever, to help Nigerian people who speak pidgin. I hope I'm saying that right. And utilize their slang and American slang when they're communicating and they're doing their different artwork. Let's look at the backside of this one, so you or the engine, so you can see how it works. How do we get to our edit for our custom GPT? You can't edit other people's GPTs. You don't have access. You can only edit yours, right? So we go down here, explore. And where is it at? But I don't know anything about Nigerian pidgin, right? She sent me some information from websites. Let's see if that document. Oh, here you go. So these are PDFs. Oh, let's start from the top. I'm sorry. There's a create side that walks you through it. There's a configure side where you are more involved in the creation of the custom GPT, right? It made a logo. It'll ask you on the create side, do you want a logo? It'll make a logo for you, whatever. Name, description. As you change things in here too, I noticed it will change your description. So keep an eye on that. Like if you like, okay, I like the name, Nigerian Pigeon English Translator. And this description is a Nigerian English and dialect expert here to motivate and support. As I change instructions, it tries to give me a better description. So if you like your description, keep an eye on that. Copy it, paste it, save it somewhere, right? The instructions. I believe I went to another chatbot, say Gemini. I told it what I was trying to do, trying to create a custom GPT for Nigerian, blah, 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 right? I need some instructions based on what the questions it was asking me that ChatGPT was asking me over here. This side is good for people who are just starting or who are not comfortable. Just go through the questions and it will it will create your custom GPT. You can always come back in and change and edit it. All right, these are some of the instruction. I'm not going to read them. Well, we'll look at them in a little while. But here's the part I wanted you to see. Upload files. I have these somewhere. Either I have them or she has them, my daughter. But we went online. We got dictionaries. We got translation PDFs. We got look, slang dictionary. I believe I had an American slang dictionary or something. A dictionary of American. I don't know if you can download them out of here. Once they're in here, I don't believe you can download them out of here. So you keep them in a folder separately on your computer. Make you a folder. Give it the name of your custom GPT. That's where you keep your uploaded material, right? Your knowledge base. So it's not just in ChatGPT. Nigerian and English dictionary, you know, lexicons, all of these different things. So I uploaded them. Part of the instruction should be the knowledge base and instructions are for internal use. I don't know about all that, but it should say in here. I think at one point they wanted people to let the GPT know, don't give people access to your knowledge base, but here's public information. They've gotten better with that, by the way. Let's see. This is before I believe I knew it wouldn't go outside and get outside link or source. Where is it at? Do I have it in here to use my knowledge base? Hold on. We're going to tell it. I'm going to edit it real time. Use, where we at? Use attached. And don't laugh at my spelling either. All right. I don't know how to type. Attached knowledge base, right? And see, that's something you might forget. You can come back and edit that later, right? Knowledge base when relevant. So I just updated this. I added a new instruction that may not have been there before, but my daughter uses it. She said it works, so it's updated. That updated automatically. I don't know if you saw that over there, but we want to make sure, so we hit update, right? I'll let that update. So basically, even when you make a custom GPT, you have two ways to do it. You have a walkthrough process, say for beginners, and you have the configure process that will be for people who understand how to use it or who want to experiment more or error saving. Do it again. Stop playing. Sometimes you have internet issues, not necessarily at your home, but the website. So just make sure it updates. We'll leave that running. But all I made was a small edit. But this is where you would edit your GPT. These are all of my GPTs. I have shows coming up. One called The Billionaire Problem. It's going to it's going to help me with my discussions about systemic wealth inequality. Also, Conspiracy Corner. That's another show. Let's look at some of the information, say for Conspiracy Corner, which is just what it says. So when I went to create it, it asks you a question. Like the general question is, "Hi, I'm here to help. What kind of GPT do you want to make?" Right? And it will go through the process. Do you want an image? It'll give you. It basically asks you these questions. What name do you want? Uh, is this description good? Let's give it some instructions. Basically, what's on this page, it walks you through on this page. This information here, my instructions were made and created in Gemini, Google Gemini, because Google Gemini has, I believe, access to, to the internet directly, if not their updated databases, right? Um, or will give you links to information. Even if their chatbot doesn't automatically have access, the Google Gemini chatbot will give you links to that information so you can go right to Google, right? Their own search engine. So these instructions, I'm sure, were generated over there because there was no way I was coming up with all of that, right? Here we go. Again, our knowledge base, our database that we want. Hold on, let me go back to my instructions to make sure. But there should be something in the instructions that tell it use our database. If not, I'll go back in and add that later. Right. But here is our uploaded information about conspiracies, right? I have all of these in a folder somewhere else named what? Conspiracy Corner. And the description is to have objective and accurate guide to, and it's an objective and accurate guide to conspiracy theories for informed discussion. So when we do the show online and people are yelling about conspiracies or barking back and forth, I'm going to be in my GPT putting hands and feet on people. They're not going to know that. See, so I gave you another. So you can create these, for different things. This is going to help me out for my show. So even though we may be dealing with specific conspiracies, the discussion behind these, this custom GPT will help me have those discussions, right? Some of the information that was uploaded, how to create a conspiracy, how to where conspiracy, and I don't have the whole title, but these are different PDF, Rutledge Handbook on Conspiracies or whatever, philosophy. These are all PDF files and or books that I uploaded, right? Escaping the Rabbit Hole, that's definitely a book. I don't know if I got that book, whatever, it's too far. But that's a book. So yeah, it uploaded it as a file because it's a lot of, it's a larger file. But PDFs all day long, you can put, I believe 10 p. Let's read them. I'll count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I got room for one more. I probably can put 2 more in here. I believe the maximum upload is 10 files. But basically, these are PDFs, information about different conspiracy theories, where was it at? Philosophy behind them, the conspiratorial mind, people who are drawn to conspiracies. And they can be magazine articles, they can be science papers, they can be research papers, they can be anything, as long as it helps you with what you're trying to um have your custom GPT perform, right? So this is one, and it's just an example of why I would use it. I would create a custom GPT to help me out in something else that I'm doing. It doesn't necessarily have to be for for everyone. It doesn't. It can be just for you. It can be just for you and your friends. It could be just for you and your in your social groups. So keep that in mind. All right. Yeah, I'm not going to be on here for 2 hours. So I think that's enough. Maybe next episode we won't go through any more documentation, no more boring stuff. But I did want people to understand kind of how these things work. Um, brass hands and feet. Yeah, I'm the dirtiest player in the game. That's facts. Why people are discussing something, I'm in a whole background making a whole custom GPT, right? And we all can do it, right? Only thing you need or you should have, work on is the documentation. Where you getting your information from? It don't even got to be credible, as long as it, helps your point. It's your custom GPT. And you can refer to it and you'll be, you have more specialized answers. Let's look at this reparations one. That's the one I wanted to look at. So how do we, let's go back to a regular one because we want to always practice our routine on how to go through the process. So from our regular screen, we're going to go to explore GPTs. We're going to go to my GPTs or your GPTs. Edit right here. That little pencil always means edit. Everybody knows that, right? Edit. A resource dedicated to assisting African Americans in their pursuit of reparations claims, providing historical, legal, and advocacy information. There's our name. There's our description. These instructions, again, pretty sure they came from Google Gemini based on this description, right? I can take this description, go to Google Gemini and say, hey, I need some instructions for my custom GPT for blah, 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 to handle this. These are my instructions. You read over them, make sure nothing's missing, add what you want. Here's our knowledge base again, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's 10. And our knowledge base consists of different PDFs about reparations, race rights, reparations, redress. There are articles, they are scientific papers, research papers, and there are books in here. Case for reparations, atonement. So all of this information, right? I think these are books. Social life, DNA. I don't know what the hell that's about. That might be reparations. Radical reparations. Should America pay? That might be a book. So this is our knowledge base or our resource center that our custom GPT on reparations is going to use, along with the general knowledge that it has access to anyway, right? And these are instructions. These are test questions that allow people to start using the custom GPT. If you share it, it gets them started pretty much in case they don't know how to, what questions, what's the best way to use it? These are just some test questions, right? I didn't change anything. Hold on, let's try that. Said it has some unpublished changes in there. All right. And if you, as you go through your day or different topics that you want to create custom GPTs, you'll have a lot of them. Again, they can be for personal use. I have a research navigator in here too, to help people use data analysis and research methods, right? That's a good one. That one was made, I made that for school to help me, research better, how to analyze data. So it's helpful. What else we got? Cybersecurity, that was for school. GPT Creator, Sales Pro. Cyber attack scenarios. That's for people in cybersecurity. If you're teaching a class or you want to stay up to date and practice with it, you can have it create customized cyber attack scenarios. Right? I need a word with So custom GPTs. We looked at why they're handy. We looked at some that were already created. I think the next episode we'll start from scratch. We'll look for some good ideas in the comments. Put some ideas in the comments that a custom GPT or two that you would like created, and we'll go through the process. Again, I think you need the paid version. Let's see what they got. Yeah, these are all ones that are already created by different companies, different people. Cover letter, writer, SEO, image generators. Canva used to have one. Canva took theirs. A video AI, Scholar. Again, it's kids are back in school, or young men and women are back in school. Not all necessarily kids, right? College, high school. These are going to be helpful. Again, according to your school's AI policy. But they, science papers, help with their projects. If you're not around, or if you need help helping them, these come in handy. You can keep a custom GPT that helps them in specific areas with areas that information you uploaded for them. Remember, no personal information, only data, not the personal information, only data. Scholar AI, Wolfram, I think that's math. Yep. And because they are all conversational, whether it's yours or a GPT that someone else created, you can go through exercises easier. You don't have to be as specific because they are conversational tools. That's the good part. It took that Google search side, which is information, websites, links, images, all of that basic information, and transforms, the chat GPT side, which is conversational, and you end up in the middle with a custom GPT. Information, conversation, and interaction, more specified to you in the middle. That's a custom GPT. Education. Here we go. Let's go down and see what education got. Writing. Tutors. If you're not around, or not around, but if you're unable to, or you find it difficult helping your child, if they're getting tutored in school, this is from Khan Academy too. I think Khan Academy is legit, right? Website, school. So I'm assuming any information that you may need outside of this GPT, because they have a website and everything, this custom GPT will take you to that, or it will refer to that information from their website or their database. They got 500,000, users, 4.5 rating, just like a regular rating system in the Google Play Store or the App Store, custom GPTs. So, but this should be helpful this time of year. Education, summarizing, legal information, math. I don't know. Do the kids got new math? My kids been out of school for about 10 years. Is there some new math out there? If there is, the parents may need some help. And if you create a custom, say, GPT that may help your child with math, part of your instructions can be, do not give them the answer. Work towards the answer. Find out, extremely helpful, in ways that you may not, be able to come up with. That's where the helpfulness is come up. Help me help, my child, or help me understand this information. So, because it's conversational. Programming. I don't know who's in the programming. What else we got? Kayak. Everyone knows Kayak, right? Flights, hotels. Their information is where? On an external website. So, because we said chat GPTs aren't hooked to current information, somebody will go, well, how the hell is Kayak going to give me a current price on a hotel or something, right? Again, what's that word? API. It's going to use an API, a call to their own website from chat GPT. It's going to call their website, get that information, and either take you to that website or bring that information back in the chat GPT. I guess it depends on what you ask it or what you need it to do. That's the difference between their GPTs, the big companies, and ours. They have outside access, but that's a specific connection. That's made, right? It's not an automatic connection. I don't want you thinking, oh, they said it can't access the internet, access up-to-date information. It can't unless you use a API. What else we got here? Excel. Anybody that does spreadsheets, right? I don't know if that's Excel, is it? It doesn't say spreadsheets. Da, 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 da. Oh, there's another function too in chat GPT in general. People don't use enough of screenshots. An image. You don't have to type out everything. If you have an image or something or a screenshot, you can either attach it here, attach file or image, or just drag an image right into here and work with that image. You don't always need all of the text or the context of something. You can drag an image in here and work with the image as you would text or any other, information that you're trying to use or break down or retrieve right off of an image. Let me see. I'm gonna drag an image in here and ask it what it is. What is this? That's my test to know that it knows what the hell it's looking at. You don't want to ask it a bunch of questions if it's not understanding the picture and you find out 8 prompts down that it doesn't even know what the hell the picture is. So I always start off, and this is just a screenshot, right? Someone would say, well, what's so interesting about that? It's actually a photo or a screenshot or an image, but it's deciphering the text from the image to tell me what it is. That's what's important. I use this if I'm on YouTube learning something, or if I'm on a website learning something and the information is going too fast or it's too much, jumbled on the screen, it's too intricate. I can screenshot that and put it in here. And now I can work with it slower. I don't have to slow motion through YouTube. I can get the transcript from a YouTube video and put it in here and work with it if I'm trying to learn something specific. But a screenshot is has way more information and more useful now because you can put it in ChatGPT. Not only upload PDFs and things like that, you can actually put a screenshot in here. So if there's a diagram, there was a diagram somewhere that it just didn't make enough sense to me. So I screenshot it and I put it in here, and we went over the process. So it works well with images. But if you're going to use an image, always ask it what it is first. You don't have to write what it is. You can explain this image, but you want to make sure it understands what the hell it's looking at and you're looking at. So it was right. Create a chat GPT. Picked all the text up out of there. Let's see. Let's try this. Translate. Let's see if it does this into Spanish, right? Let's see if that works, just to see. I don't speak Spanish, so I wouldn't know if that's right. So you could copy this and put it in another chatbot, right? And go translate this. So it's just, but again, that conversational tone we use. What's this? Translate. Not a whole lot of prompting or requests I'm giving it. It's just simple language. All right. So again, if you open your screen up and you don't see your sidebar, that is this icon up here. If you don't have this option, Explore GPT, you probably don't have the paid version. What version are you on? That's this up here, this little drop down. Always, for the most part, stay on the most current version. All right, what else we got? This is where your GPTs will be, your custom GPTs, and any other person's custom GPTs that you like. And I think on another show I said we'll actually start from scratch. But basically that starts over here, explore, create, and we'll give you a blank slate. Well, at least let me show you a blank slate. Create is the walkthrough, or configure is if you want to input the information yourself. But this is what a blank custom GPT looks like. on the back end. The create side is the side that will help you out, right? And once you have an idea, the follow-up questions I normally put in another chatbot like Google Gemini and let that one rock out, or Claude. Claude is a good one, right? And then I put those responses in here and we work on building the GPT. All right. So if there's no crazy questions, I'm good. I'm good. What else is there? Let's just look at some of the other ones just to lifestyle. Let's see what lifestyle is. I'll do an hour, 45 minutes. But the next episode, we will actually build one from scratch. We'll pick 2 topics and we'll build custom. We'll go retrieve the information. We'll go through the whole process. For our database, we'll go get some PDFs or some books. We'll do that on Anna's Archive. Let me show you that website. Anna's Archive, right? This is where I get most of my PDFs from, my book PDFs. Or you can go to journal websites or things like that, depending on the information that you're looking for. But we'll deal with this one when we actually do the research for a custom GPT. I just want to see what this lifestyle one was about. Fitness, travel guide, auto expert. No, I thought that was automobile expert. No, that's experts that answer your questions. Again, if you use a custom GPT and you like it, right here, keep in sidebar, and that way it will always be there for you. Right? Life coach, song maker. These are all custom GPTs. And remember, we can't edit their GPTs. We can't see what's in their engine in the background. We can't see their instructions. We can only see the title and the description. When we build one, we'll have all the instructions and a database to go with it. So that's basically a custom GPT, everybody, right? And these are all ones that I made. Started with one. Impact lens. This is a GPT that analyzes impacts. I think I had it set up for the environment. Like if I put in a topic, let's put in electric vehicles. It should tell us its impact across environments. Electric vehicles, right? Vehicles. Yes. I forgot what it was for. I made it and I forgot. But it basically, if you put in a topic, it tells you the impact on the environment. Something that simple, right? Electric vehicles. I didn't have to go on. That's the importance of the instructions and the uploaded database, right? The knowledge base. It already knows how to handle my prompt. Tell me about the environmental impacts of just this right here, electric vehicle. That's why you want your own custom GPTs. So you don't have to go through all that other prompting and trial and error. But that's it. Something that simple. Let's do the Egypt one. I know y'all some Egyptomaniacs over here. Matter of fact, I need a extremely hard question to ask my Egyptian expert that y'all don't think it would know. I want to see if y'all can stump my Egyptian expert. I don't know anything about. And whoever said, I saw it somewhere, how could you make a custom GPT about Egypt if you don't know nothing about Egypt? Don't worry about it. Not telling you the secret sauce. Just ask me a question. No, DQ, I went by it too quick. Almost. Almost, DQ. But I need a question about, Egypt or something that you don't think my expert can handle. We're in class, DQ. Y'all don't say pause when the teacher talking in class to y'all. So you gotta cut me some slack. I got the pause police on my, nope. See, I almost said it. I almost did it again. All right, come on. I need a question to stump my Egyptian expert. I don't think y'all can do it. I need a tough question. Come on, Brass is funny. Come on, Corey or Chef. Go get somebody. Go get Jabari or somebody. I don't know. Don't they know all this stuff? I need a tough question. Come on. Let's see. And no, we ain't putting where the Egyptians black in here. Come on, come on. That would be way too easy, right? It's gonna say nah, man, or yes. I don't know. Let's ask it. Were the yeah, one finger typing, y'all. Black. I probably spelled that all wrong. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Oh, it doesn't answer racist questions. Watch this. Damn all that. Yes or no? We ain't got time to play. Stop. I don't need all that information. We just go yes or no. Yes or no. Oh, no simple answer. Ain't that what y'all been saying? Oh, they could be by today's standards. And I don't know how to spell Mediterranean, so we ain't even gonna. Oh, there's a word right there. This is what we're gonna do. Let's do this copy. Were they Mediterranean? This is the shit I see y'all talking about. Were they? Let's see. Oh, they were not Mediterranean in the same sense as classical Greeks. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, I guess depends on whose side you're on. Where my Egypt people? Come on, y'all gotta ask my GPT some questions now. I'm gonna make a pause custom GPT. Is this statement a pause-worthy statement? We call the pause police. So give us some history on pause. That's funny. All right. So no questions for our Egyptian expert. Hold on. Let's go to Gemini. No, let's go to where's Claude at? Let's go to Claude. I'm gonna ask Claude to ask us a tough Egypt question. All right. Come on, where my new chat at? I'll log in. They want money? Get out of here, man. Why y'all want my information? All right, let's go back to Claude. Claude is bugging. Yeah, y'all see my government up there. So what? So what? There we go. All right. What is extremely? Let's see if it can give us a question. Since y'all ain't got, okay, hold on. We got a question. Why is the Green Sahara so? All right. Oh, we got a question. You gonna make me type all that in? Oh, I forgot to show y'all too. If y'all get the app, right? If you get the ChatGPT app, right? The little headphones down there. I don't know if y'all can see that. There's a headphone icon. If you click that, you can literally conversate with your GPT. It should link up with your laptop or your online one too. So what was your question? Let's see. Oh, it ain't gonna work. Let's see. Why is the Green Sahara? Let me see if I can copy your comment from here. So I have to type all this. Hell no, it's gonna make me type it. That's whack DQ. Oh, maybe not. Let's see. Let's see. It only gave us the first word. We got beat. We got beat. Oh, hold on. Let me see. Oh, we got it. There we go. Hold on. I'm copying it, y'all. I'm not typing all that. Is that the question? All right, my bad. Let me get you back up here. That's not a tough question, DQ. I want a controversial question. Short summary. That's way too much. Summary. Oh, it's still typing. Jesus Christ. All right. The little stop button over here cuts it short if you don't want to sit and wait. Did it make more? Let's see. Come on now. All right. Short summary. The Green Sahara during its humid period allowed human populations to thrive in what is now the Sahara Desert. As the region dried up around 5,000 years ago, people migrated to the Nile Valley, bringing agricultural knowledge, cultural practices, and technological innovations. This migration helped shape the early Egyptian society, leading to population growth, agricultural development, and the formation of complex social political structures, which ultimately contributed to the rise of ancient Egypt. He said, I don't know, teacher, damn. Oh, I guess the teacher's supposed to be no, the student's supposed to be having the questions. I'm a student too. I don't know anything about Egypt. I don't even know what to ask this thing. Again, this was I think I made it so Unc can use it. Shout out to Unc. God killer, right? All right, we ain't got no more tough questions. I think I'm good. Well, hopefully y'all learned something about custom GPTs, right? Next episode, we will create maybe 2 from scratch. We just need something interesting, to create them all. Or if you can't find a custom GPT, like you don't always have to create one, right? If you can find one that suits your needs, by the way, people, you use it. If it works, it works. Save you the headache. Remember, the technology should be useful, efficient, helpful, right? Accurate. So if it works, it works. But if you can't find one that's helpful, just create one. As simplistic or as complicated as you want. They don't all have to be complicated, right? But definitely look in here first. There may be one that already does what you want it to do. And there's a search bar up here, right? Let's put in Egypt since DQ's in class. Oh, there's some on Egypt. Expert on all things Egypt. So there's a couple in here already. Look at that. I'm sure mine's is the best, but whatever, right? Egyptian cat portrait generator. What? Yeah, that's somebody's personal one that they just put it in the store. Memes, right? Memes are big. Put in memes. I don't meme creator. There you go. So just like you would search Google, I guess, or something like that for something used to create images or text or video, you can also come in here to the custom GPT store. And they're all free, right? Unless it takes you to their website and you have to pay for something or log in. It's a little different, but let's see what this one does. Does it work? Create a meme about current news. Let's see if it knows what current news is. Search in the web. That's an API call. See? I was asking us, can it access the web? So again, no gotcha moment. I thought it didn't access the web. It's trying to create a meme about current news. There was an issue generating the meme. Yeah, I bet it was. That again, I said, is when it has to access outside information, you get errors like that sometimes. But let's see if we try again. But that's all I got. Thanks to everybody who popped in to hang out. Right. Hope y'all learned something. Next go round, we will create. I will see y'all then. No, there's an issue with this particular custom GPT. But that concludes today's discussion on custom GPTs. With your questions or comments, in the comment section, there's a link to the chart I had up earlier with the differences between and the best use cases, sort of for ChatGPT, custom GPTs, and a general Google search engine. That link is in the description. Hit the notification bell so you know when I'll be doing another show. And I'll see y'all then. Peace to everybody in the chat who came through. DQ, troublemaker, he's going to the front of the class this time. Next time, I mean, I keep an eye on him. Brass, Corey, Chefs popped in. Raz, what up, Logic? Anybody else stop in? Cuban, peace to Cuban. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all on the next go round. All right. Y'all be cool. Where's the outro at? There we go.